All right, I'm welcoming you to a new resource, a new tool for us at the IWMF, Mindfulness Meditation. And we're here today just to take a break away from all of our things that we've been doing, all of the things that we've been thinking, all of the things that we've been worrying about. We're just here to take a break. So our meditation today is going to be a few short periods of meditation, and I will invite you to jot down anything that you would like to during the reflection periods. I find this to be very useful. I will tell you the reason. I think knowing this group as I have come to know you over the years and getting to know new faces as well, you really like to understand the why behind doing something and how it could help you navigate your Waldenstrom's journey or just your journey being a human being on the planet Earth. So mindfulness, as it is known, is not a new practice. It has its roots in Buddhist meditation, and because I am trained in yoga, I will be pulling from yoga, which is, includes meditation as one of the 8 limbs. But it has evolved, mindfulness meditation has evolved into a modern practice by teachers like Jon Kabat-Zinn. You might have heard of Thich Nhat Hanh, who was a Buddhist in the present day, and Pema Chodron, a Buddhist in the present day. Those are 3 of my teachers that I've worked with, their teachings. You may have heard of Sharon Salzberg or Tara Brach or Jack Kornfield. These are all wonderful teachers if you're looking for more resources. But we're going to be sort of pulling from my mindfulness training that I got at the Penn Program for mindfulness and my yoga training just to experience a dose of mindfulness, because this is what the science says. And we love to hear the science. The research shows that mindfulness-based practices, like the one we're going to do today, showed that they reduced psychological distress, fatigue, sleep disturbance, pain, and symptoms of anxiety and depression in folks with a cancer diagnosis. So, that's what the research says, and that was quite a number of total participants that they were looking at. I'm interested in that, but I'm also interested in how this practice affects you. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin just by finding a comfortable way to sit. And we're going to take the time here in this next little while to practice mindfulness, which really is just staying present with what is. Present moment, non-judgmental awareness. So we're here and we're sitting together in this community space, whether you're here live or watching the recording. And our goal is to take a break away from everything that we're doing, everything that we're thinking, everything that we're worrying about, and we're going to not do anything. So coming to sit and making any little movements if you're feeling restless. Maybe taking that sip of water, licking the lips, swallowing, and just getting settled. We're going to take, let's say, the next 5 minutes together to not do anything. I'm going to allow my body to relax in this position. I might close my eyes. This helps kind of limit my distraction. And I'm going to give you some guided meditation and gradually stop talking after a little bit. But we're just settling in, noticing what it feels like just to be in your body right now. I invite you to continue to just make yourself comfortable and begin to let go of uncertainty or difficulties that you've been facing. And maybe you'd like to pause just to be here with us. Notice your thoughts, notice your movement, just beginning to leave behind all of that activity. We're not trying to change anything, we're just trying to rest in what is. So taking your attention and resting it and directing it to meet the breath. This can be one object of our focus to help us be present. Beginning to notice how it feels for you right now to breathe. Noticing the rhythm, the sensations of breathing without judgment. Coming back over and over to the feelings of being in your breath, merging with the breath. Letting the breath be a safe harbor, be a resting place, where all of the activity can just be put aside. Just for this moment, I can focus on my breath. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. That moment where the mind wanders away from the breath is the practice, noticing that moment, noticing when you begin to move away from your focus and just coming back. Just a few more breaths. So once again, just taking a fresh start. Feeling all of the breath as you find it, just flowing with that. ready to come back to the surface of the body and the awareness of the room around you, doing so slowly. Remembering you can always take a moment and drop into this space of not doing and just being present. And when you're ready, you can come out of this short meditation and take a pause, open the eyes, lick the lips, move the head, move the neck. And if you wish, you can take a moment to write down anything that arose for you during that short meditation. Was it challenging? What did you notice about your breath? What did you notice about your observer mind noticing the breath? So taking a moment just to jot down any thoughts. And I'm going to pause this recording. So if you're watching the recording, you can also pause the play button. All right, so we've had a little time to pause and reflect on our experience. Some of the folks here in the live class shared a lot of different things that they noticed. They had physical annoyances, but they were able to get back. They were helped by the idea that the practice itself is just coming back, refocusing. And that some of us found luck with the fact that the cues were verbal, and that you might have a good experience if you want to give yourself some inner language to help guide you. That some people were able to do that. Okay, I'm going to just remind you guys to please stay muted. So let's go ahead and come back into our comfortable seat. Maybe you want to rinse the shoulders. Maybe you want to turn the head from side to side. And we're just coming back into, again, a period of maybe about 5 minutes that we're once again setting aside to do nothing but be present, be in this moment together. Noticing what you notice and trying to do so without any judgment. So I might decide I want to close my eyes or soften my gaze. And I might want to notice my body to start out with, how I'm holding my body. If there are parts of my body that I tend to tense, I might allow those to soften. If it's helpful, I could feel the connection that my body's making with the support below. And just allow myself to be here in this moment, exactly as I am. I'm taking a break from all of my doing, my activities, all of my thinking, my planning. And I'm just going to focus my awareness on the feeling of breathing. The direct sensation of what it feels like for you to breathe in this moment. Knowing I can always shift my posture if I become uncomfortable. And I'm just continually taking my attention to meet the direct experience of being in my breath. Feeling each moment of the entire cycle of your breath, from the very beginning all the way to the very end, and starting over. Observing the sensations of breathing and leaving behind and letting go of all of the cares and concerns and challenges, and just meeting the breath, each breath, with fresh attention and compassion for yourself. Breathing in, I know I am breathing in. Breathing out, I know I am breathing out. And maybe wrapping yourself in the breath, like you might wrap yourself in the most comfortable blanket, coziest place you can be. Dropping into this moment of stillness, of being in your breath. And just a few more breaths here. So once again, just taking that fresh start. Feeling all of the breath as you find it, flowing with it. And when you're ready to come back, coming back to the body, coming back to the room around you. Remembering you can always take a moment to stop and just be with your breath. The breath is always there for you. It is a stable base for meditation. You can always take a moment to drop out of all of the activity of the mind and focus on the breath. And finding that comfort and that peace and simplicity in just focusing on the breath. When you're ready to begin to come completely out, you might blink the eyes open, swallow, make some small movements, and then take a moment to write down, if you like, write down any thoughts what were the things that got you away from the breath? What were the things that distracted you from the breath? And how did you speak with yourself internally when you noticed, oh, I went away from my breath? Did you say, oh, okay, come on back? Or were you harsh with yourself? So with our mindfulness practice, we want to be gentle and kind, like we're training a puppy. We want to train the puppy using positive reinforcement. So we're looking to be non-judgmental and neutral in this interior space. So I want to thank you so much for taking this time for yourself. Go ahead and continue to reflect as long as you like. And if you're watching this as a recording, you can email me, anngrace@iwmf.com, and share any thoughts with me. And whether you think this is beneficial for you, I want to also remind you that the benefits of meditation are cumulative. And, to create a regular meditation practice, it might mean you're just doing 1 minute a day. But to do something regularly, that's the way we'll achieve the benefits of stress reduction and all the things I listed at the beginning. So I hope to see you in next month's mindfulness meditation. And then in September, if we have enough folks meditating with us, I would like to offer a weekly practice. So please feel free to provide me with feedback, and thank you.